ఇంకా అక్లిమటైజ్ అవ్వాలి సార్ 2 days. Yes, Professor Teki sir and my faculty colleagues and my student friends, a very good morning to one and all. Today I am happy that this is all because of the interest that the students have shown, that we are able to start the unit over here that is for the ecobiological studies of aquatic ecosystems. And I have been telling many batch students that to come forward if they have the interest, we can facilitate and support them. And sir, this is the first batch of students who wanted to do something, and with this I think the department has some value addition, and we can do some experimental and hands-on training we can provide to the students, sir. And I request, and they are very happy and glad, sir, that you have accepted the proposal that they have submitted for supporting them in their studies, sir. Come.
మాస్క్ తీసుకున్నాం.
Ready?
I'm very happy today. We are here, Dr. Ramneshwari, Principal, College of Science, Professor Teki, Dr. Matarigi, and all other students and faculty. We have Dr. Padmavati and others. I'm very happy that you have developed this kind of aqua system where you can study the growth of these fish observations we need to make. All those technical aspects you can practically study. I'm happy that you have chosen some species. Which is the species? Telugu untara? Hello. Okay. So this is one outana? And others. So I always suggest the students are having a lot of energy and enthusiasm when compared to the faculty. So the faculty should be using this enthusiasm and energy towards learning the science. So for that we need to encourage the students. That is the reason why I always insist that you should have a club. Aquaculture club, green club, botany club, botanical club, something like that. You should have a club in each department, student club. The student club, if you want some money, seed money for student club, we are ready to go. So anything is, you should have interest. You should come forward. So this is the student club we want it to start. These are our objectives. Based on this, the students will be able to learn these things. So you come up with that kind of project. If you are unable to get any ideas, try to inculcate ideas, get ideas from other universities, from other established institutes, from IITs, from central universities. We need to borrow the ideas if you don't have ideas. If you have ideas, okay, use those ideas. Because you need not worry about having crores of rupees equipment and all. These are smaller equipment, small experiments you can do. You need to see all this oxygen and all, and the air and all should be properly given and maintained. So it's a very common problem in this system, Indian system, especially in the universities. We start with a lot of enthusiasm and interest. After some time we leave. Suppose you go after you complete your exams and you leave that and faculty never worried. So next batch students may not care. But you have that kind of cycle, continuity. When the continuity will be there, when there is a club. So today, finally students will be president, secretary or something like that. And they will pass on those designations to their juniors. So it will continue. So in this way, clubs are very important. And also suppose you have aquaculture club. You start the aquaculture club. And you be part of a professional body of Aquaculture Society of India. There is a professional body. Aquaculture Society of India. Aquaculture Society of Andhra Pradesh. Or Aquaculture Research. Or some professional body will be there. Is it not? What is the body?
NFDB, sir. National Fisheries Development Board.
Yeah. That is governmental organization. Now I want to know whether is there any scientific body, professional body.
Yes, sir. Asian Fisheries Society. Asian Fisheries.
Yeah, Asian Fisheries Society, where Indian chapter is there.
Yes.
You also put a regional chapter in this university. And also put a student chapter in this university. Whatever small membership you have to pay, we'll pay. It's 500 rupees or 1000. The students have to pay 100 rupees, let them pay. If they cannot pay also, we'll pay. So it is the only thing is, it should not stop us from establishing this aquaculture society, the club or something. So in the same way, the botanical society or the geological society or the biotechnological society or the chemical society, all these geological societies, మనం జియాలజీ నౌకర్ని ఉన్నారా మనం పెట్రోలియం అది ఆ సొసైటీ పెట్టమన్నారు ఏమైంది అది 90 days is very easy, less period. You can monitor very easy. So every day take one sample and weight and also length of the species. In that way you can compare after 3 months you write a paper. That is one. We have Vijnana Bharati online portal. You can publish. So everything this university, whatever university needs, we have given everything. Earlier you said we don't have literature to do research. We have provided literature. You never had we want a journal. Now we have a journal. People were telling we want infrastructure. We are getting infrastructure of 2 crores for science. Everything being provided in this during my tenure. But you have to take this forward. So that is what I always want. And anything else you want for the sake of students, which will help them to learn, we are ready to provide.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All the best.
He is a disciple of
Oh, okay. So let us all do good karma. What is karma? If you think something bad, it's a bad karma. Something bad means you are putting a seed which is bad. The tree that comes out of that seed, that thought, will only affect you because whatever karma you do, you have to take that fruit of that karma. That is what is happening. Thank you very much.
A very good afternoon to one and all. Today I am happy to say that the Department of Aquaculture of University College of Science and Technology, Adikavinana University, has initiated an aqua unit under the title Ecobiological Studies of Aquatic Ecosystems, and this was inaugurated by our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Mokka Jagannath Rao Garu, and where he has announce that any activity that is taken up for the students and by the students, he will be supporting it actively, because this aquaculture unit will help in carrying out a number of studies, not only by the students but also it will be useful for the research scholars and also for faculty members. And besides this, even integrated and interdisciplinary research also can be carried out, because once this unit is established, we can consider conducting a number of experiments like the nutrition and growth of the fishes, then toxicology experiments, then embryological experiments, and so on. So I am happy to say that this batch of students, they have come forward showing their interest in establishment of the unit, and we are also facilitating them in taking out the initiatives that they have come with, and making giving them practical training and hands-on skill training for them, besides all them to become entrepreneurs, with the addition of some of the culture aspects like ornamental fish culture, and giving them the knowledge, the technical knowledge in conducting the biofloc technology or the recirculating aquaculture systems, which are upcoming systems other than the conventional systems that are followed up in aquaculture. And I am happy, since this Godavari district regions are known for primarily for agriculture and aquaculture is one of the main industry that has been identified as a growth engine for Andhra Pradesh, and this type of establishment of such units will help in carrying forward and looking at the challenges and the opportunities that are present in the aquaculture, and find some solutions that can be helpful to the farmer. Thank you.
Ecobiological systems of aquatic ecosystem, a unit established by aquaculture students. The main motto of this unit is to promote the sustainable aquaculture, because now the entire aquaculture sector facing three main problems, mainly growth rate, FCR, and disease resistance. If any farmer or a technician overcome these three problems, then every farmer will get more income from the aquaculture practices. Here, the main motto behind this aquaculture unit is daily monitoring the growth of the organisms and daily monitoring the feed management and disease management, water quality management, continuously done by the aquaculture students. In this aspect, we need to understand the ecological concepts of the aquatic ecosystem, because now the entire world looking towards aquaculture sector because beauty in its income. In this aspect, we are mainly focusing on sustainable aquaculture practices. If this unit is continuously run by the students, then it is useful to the poor families as well as women also, because our project will enhance the women empowerment and socio-economic status of the poor people. And here we are establishing two tanks. One tank is totally run by the artificial feed, and another tank is totally run by the natural feed, because now the entire aquaculture sector rate depend upon the feed management. According to the studies, after harvesting, we visited so many farms. We simply asked the farmers how much expenditure spent on feed. Nearly 50 to 51% of the amount only spent on feed. This information is enough to realize the importance of feed in aquaculture sector. Here we are simply monitoring the organisms with the help of natural feed. It is also useful to the aquatic ecosystem as well as environment, because aquaculture sector is not only for the economic purpose, it should be environmentally sustainable, economically valuable, and socially acceptable. In this context, we are trying to harvest the maximum amount of product with the help of natural feed. That is our main motto behind these aquaculture practices or this unit. And now we are planning to incorporate other species also in upcoming days, like pangasius as well as tilapia, because those are more suitable for the tank fish farming. Here we are introduced Labiorohita seed, because Indian major carps, especially Katla, Labiorohita and Sirhinus mrigala, culture is very high in coastal Andhra Pradesh as well as India. If this unit is succeeded, if we are succeeded in this aspect, then it will useful to the farmers as well as aquaculture practitioners and poor women as well as the poor people. And in this context, we are establishing 2 units. We are daily check the water quality parameters and daily monitoring the feed quality, feed management and disease management. And further, we are also conducting the toxicology tests, because nowadays agriculture sector and aquaculture sector using so many chemicals as well as the fertilizers for obtaining more growth. But those chemicals and fertilizers show the adverse effect on human beings as well as the organism's growth. Here we are simply convert the natural feed as a food source for the organisms, because once we are frequently using these antibiotics and chemicals and fertilizers, it will show the adverse effect on the environment. For reducing those effects, it is right time to convert towards sustainable aquaculture practices, because if you want to give anything our future generations, we should protect our environment and protect our soil. Because with the help of adverse environmental practices, we are simply degrading the water quality and soil quality. After the culture period is over, once we release the water into the natural water bodies, it will cause for the eutrophication process. Most of the aquaculture practitioners and aquaculture feed company managers said that we are using probiotics. That means useful bacteria, or useful bacteria. It will enhance the soil quality and it will enhance the water quality. If that statement is right, once we after the culture period is over, once we releasing these water into the natural water bodies, it will also enhance the water quality of natural water body. But the scenario is not like that. It will cause for the eutrophication process. It revealed that these practices are not sustainable practices. It is the right time to convert towards the sustainable aquaculture practices, because aquaculture sector provide a lot of employment. Aquaculture sector is the beautiful sector, and it generates the employment and food security also. In this concept, it is our moral duty to protect the environment. For that aspect, we are establishing this unit to promote the sustainable aquaculture practices. Thank you.